Meniga Sinya Soteka Uvatana Kriga Samadhi Anyanza Allah Sane Anyanza Asatonza Kwebilo Yamavaya Anyanza Suragaro Chitalang Matamapa Lane, Tomo Yalane, Belane, Kacheje, Kachanya Choto, Tomaria le Kacheje, Veduan Nyanza Tomaria Mapava Lasata Maria Chua Chavali. She did not want to find look like it. Jolly that the vine, Charlie that the vine. Do a lay a love. Yazala and Holo. Comes out and Holo. Lela. And Joa is none and Charles or Joa lunch at the you. Chow beauty she was. A consonant part of it. Senior, those are seated there. And young lady over Mazo, Chanza Senior. No Alaza, Georgia. No Nuza, Causa, or Joa Lancha. And I look at it from you. Travel Boga, say outside. Shake a years or Shimapa. Flamu Boga, say outside. Shake a years or Shimapa. Shamu Boga, say outside. Shake a years or Shimapa. Say outside. Shake like a year. Near the area forever. Lagi Joe. Say it and she can call him Mama. We are sighted a beam and a beam power, but I didn't say game now, Piconia. Your lunch, I own it. You are Zutaro. There is a Russia. Said it such a lot of Shiro. Come on, I own it. You must say the unit. Do not just see it. I only want. Kesilu the city. To run Duka Bill the city. There are them for. That's a great and shame of it. Didn't go see him as a great and shame of it. Say it that shame at the king. Goes a case at the king. The Tashin for us, say the Tashin, taking Konya Mapa. Hello, Tashin, secretary, Sega. The Karaga Tamanilla, the Karaga Tamanilla. Set one of his Russia. Jonan and you, Johnny, to you, Mama. Jokian and Nadia. Quaver with a theater of it. Jodia, Quaver with a theater of it. The Piao Paliva. Pulu Champano Pura Mobile.
Yesterday, in explaining about how we do walking meditation, Sayadaw did not yet explain about how during the walking meditation there are 3 levels of momentary concentration, or Vipassana Khanika Samadhi. A gross level, a medium level, and a refined level. The gross level of momentary concentration occurs when we're observing just one part to each step, noting stepping, or left step, right step. And our awareness is rather sparse, and it's on a gross level, and the concentration also is sparse. And the medium grade of concentration occurs when we're dividing one step into two parts, observing lifting and then placing. And this is not the grossest level of concentration. It is also not the best level of concentration. It's a medium grade level. When one observes three parts to each step, lifting, moving, placing, from 3 parts up to even 6 parts, this is the best level. This is where we experience the best level of momentary concentration. So of these 3 levels or grades of walking meditation, the first, observation of right step, left step, is mainly to relieve stiffness. And the second level is more moderate. And the third level is the most refined and subtle of all 3 types. So when we note like this, on the arising lifting, apply ardent effort, aim, observe steadfastly. On the moving, as it happens, apply ardent effort, aim, observe steadfastly. On the placing, when it arises, apply ardent effort, aim, observe steadfastly. There must always be these 2 factors of application of ardent effort and accurate aim. And with these 2, the mind is clean, free of fault. This is truly good. What we mean by this is that with the application of effort, laziness can't arise, nor can the other kilesas. And with accurate aim, so that the mind meets exactly with the object, the mind doesn't slip off to other things. The mind tends to lean towards sense pleasures or to thoughts of wanting to harm, wanting to cause trouble to others. But this doesn't happen when our aim is accurate. And that's why the mind is clean at this point. When it's clean, it's free of fault. And this is truly good. So this type of clean mind occurring continuously, sometimes for a minute, occurring continuously, sometimes for 2 minutes. Mind and matter cause effect. To know these is correct. So when we observe like this, so that the clean mind occurs repeatedly, we come to know mind and matter, or nama and rupa. We see them clearly, see clearly the difference between them, and we see how they are related as cause and effect. So this is what the Buddha taught. It is not something that Sayadaw has made up.
နယုတ်ပေါ်ဆက်ရှုမှတ်ကွယ်မြင်လဲဒိဋ္ဌိပြောဆိုပါလေအဲ့ဒီခိုက်တံမှာရှိနေတဲ့ယုံနာတရားတွေနာနဲ့ရည်တရားတွေတမင်တက်တဲ့တွေးရတာမဟုတ်ပါဘူးကိုယ်ကသာဖြစ်သွားတဲ့ဟာကိုစဖြစ်ချင်းသုံးတော့တဲ့အထိဆရာစိတ်ချိန်သားကြပြီးတော့စိုးစိုးရင်းရရှုမှတ်ပြီးတော့စိတ်ရှုစည်းပေးဖို့ပဲဒါပဲယုံရတာရှိတယ်ဒါရုပ်ပဲဒါနာပဲဆိုတော့ဒါအကြောင်းပဲဒါအကျိုးပဲဆိုတော့တမင်တက်တဲ့ခွဲသိဖို့မဟုတ်ပါဘူးအဲလိုစိတ်ကူးပြီးတော့သိတဲ့အစီကလက်တွေ့မကြပါဘူးစိတ်ကူးသိပဲရှိတာပဲအဲဒါမနည်းပြောခဲ့ပါတယ်ခုလည်းပဲလှမ်းစေခဏမှာနာနဲ့ရုပ်တရားတွေပေါင်းစပ်ပြီးတော့ဖြစ်နေတာလမ်းစိတ်ခဏ၌လှမ်းကျင်တာကနံလှမ်းတာကယုတ်အတ္တကောင်မဟုတ်သိရှင်တဲ့အကောင်မဟုတ်ပုဂ္ဂိုလ်တ attva စသည်လည်းမဟုတ်လူပေါ်နေတာဟုတ်တာကဘာလို့ဆိုတာနာနဲ့ယုတ်ပဲလမ်းကျင်တဲ့နတရားအစုနဲ့လမ်းယုတ်အစုဒါပဲနောက်ကနေတွန်းလိုက်တယ်လို့တွန်းပြီးတော့ပို့တာတောက်လာပြီးတွန်းလာရောတယ်ရောဒါရောသူတို့ပေါ်စေနာနဲ့ရုပ်ပေါ်စေလှမ်းနေတော့ခါနာနဲ့ရုပ်ပေါ်နေတာရှုမှခွဲလှမ်းတယ်လို့အမိတတ်ပြီးတော့စိတ်အားဆိုင်ခြေသားခဲ့ပြီးတော့ဆွဲမဲ့ဆိုတာရှုပါများရင်တတိတဝါတွေအားပြည့်လာတဲ့အခါမှာယုံနာကွဲသိတော့တာပဲတခါတခါမှန်းကျင်တဲ့နန္တရားစီရောက်သွားနန္တရားသိတခါတခါတိုးတာဟောလိုက်ရုပ်ပေါ်မှာစိတ်ကကြတော့လို့ရှိရင်ရုပ်ကိုသိပါတပည့်နဲ့ထဲတော့နှမျိုးလုံးတော့ပေါပြီးတော့မသိနိုင်ဘူးမရှိမလို့တော့သိရင်သိမှာပါလေဒါပေါ့နောက်ဘုရားစိတ်အားဆိုင်ချိန်ကြရဲဆိုရှိမှပါလားနောက်တော့ယုံနဲ့နာကွဲသိလာတာပဲအဲ့လိုကွဲသိပြီဆိုလို့ရှိရင်သံစိတ်ကာလမှာဒီနှမျိုးပဲရှိတယ်အဲ့ဒီနှမျိုးအပြည့်မရှိဆိုတာပေါ့လေအမှန်မသိတဲ့အခါကျတော့မှရှိတယ်လို့ပေါ့လေပုဂ္ဂိုလ်လို့တ attva လို့အတ္တကောင်လို့ပေါ့အဲ့လိုအတိတွေအလွဲသိတွေဖြစ်တော့အခုတော့အလွဲသိအမှန်သိတော့အလွဲသိမရှိတော့ဘူးအဲ့ဒီအလွဲသိကျွတ်တော့ချက်ချင်းတခါလဲအလွဲသိဆရာရှင်းတော့တာပါအဲ့ဒါကလမ်းစိတ်ကာလမှာပေါ့ဒီအခုလိုတိပ္ပာနည်းနဲ့ရှုမှတ်တော့စိတ်တွေတန်ရှင်းပြီးတော့တကယ်အရှိကိုသိသွားတော့ပါပဲ
In the body, starting with such minor actions as blinking, opening and closing the eyes, mind and matter are constantly arising and passing away, occurring as a pair. In the moment of lifting, the lifting up the foot involves both mind and matter occurring. And Sayadaw spoke about this yesterday. In the moment of lifting, what lifts is the body. Intention is mind. Not a person or soul, not a woman or man. What lifts is just body and mind. So when mind and body arise, observe, discern, remove the view of self. There's no need to deliberately analyze, deliberately separate out mind and matter by analyzing. All one has to do is to apply effort and aim, accurate aim, from the very beginning of the lifting until the very end, so that the mind becomes collected. So there's no need to think it out. Oh, this is mind, that's matter. This is cause, that's effect. So what we come to know through thinking about things in this way is not true knowledge. And Sayadaw spoke about this yesterday. And for today, in the moment of moving, the second part, in the moment of moving, the moving is body, intention is mind, not a being or soul. What is it that arises in the moment of moving? It's mind and matter. There's a group of intentions to move, and there's a group of matter pushing from behind, pulling from in front. When they occur, that is, when mind and matter occur, observe. Observe means to apply the label, moving, apply art and effort and accurate aim. And when we do this a lot, when we do this many times, we'll discern, we'll come to see. Sometimes the mind will fall on the intention to lift, to move, and one will know the mind. Sometimes the mind will fall on the pushing or pulling, and one will know matter. One won't know both things at once. At the moment of moving, apply effort, aim, and accurately observe. Later one comes to see that in the moment of moving, there's just these two things, just mind and matter. There's nothing besides that, nothing besides these two. Not knowing in this way, one thinks it's a person, it's a soul, it's a being. But when one comes to know correctly, when one sees mind and matter, this wrong idea disappears completely. It's removed. So in the moment of moving, this is how the mind becomes clean, and one comes to know what really is there as it is.
ဆက်ပြီးတော့သိလာတယ်ဒါညင်းလို့မရဘူးဂျိုသေးသေးစိတ်ဆက်ဆက်မှတ်တဲ့ယောဂီတွေပြောတာဂျိုသေးမှုလည်းမရှိစိတ်ဆက်မှုလည်းမရှိဘူးဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့အဲ့ဒီယောဂီတွေအတွက်တော့တောင်းမခံနိုင်ဘူးတက္ကိစ္စကရိယာယောသေးသေးပြုမှုတတိစ္စကရိယာဓမ္မနဲ့ဓမ္မရှားမလားခဲနဲ့ပေါ့လေဆက်ဆက်ပြီးတော့ရှိမှတဲ့ယောဂီတွေတက္ကိစ္စကရိယာတတိစ္စကရိယာတပတ်ပြေဝလာပြီဆိုလို့ရှိရင်လမ်းစေခဏနဲ့လမ်းကျင်တာကအကြောင်းနဲ့လမ်းတာကအကျိုးရုပ်ကိုယ်သိလာတာပဲအကြောင်းကြောင့်အကျိုးဖြစ်တယ်ဆိုတာကိုဒီတော့အကြောင်းနဲ့ဖြစ်တာမဟုတ်ဆိုတာရှင်းတော့တာပဲကြွကျင်တဲ့စိတ်စဉ်းရောက်ကြွရုပ်ဖြစ်တာပဲဒီပြည့်အကြောင်းမပါဘူးဒီကြောင့်ဒီအကြောင်းကြောင့်ဒီကျိုးဒီကျိုးတွေဖြစ်တယ်ဆိုတော့အကြောင်းမှန်ကိုမြူတတ်လို့ရှိရင်ခုနဗန်စိရှင်ထည့်ကြည့်လိုက်တော့ဝိသမဟိတုကဒိဋ္ဌိဆိုတာပေါ့အကြောင်းမဟုတ်တာကိုအကြောင်းလုပ်ယူလိုက်တော့ဖြစ်သွားတယ်ကြောင်းကျိုးဖြစ်စေမှာမရှိလို့မတိတိုင်းမတိတိုင်းမှာအဲ့ဒါကလာနေတာကြောင်းကျိုးဖြစ်ဖို့မတိအဲ့ဒါမတိတဲ့အဝိဇ္ဇာပဲဒီတော့လှမ်းစက္ကနာနဲ့လှမ်းကျင်တာကအကြောင်းနာလှမ်းတာကအကျိုးရုပ်ဖန်ဆင်းကမဟုတ်ဘူးဆိုတာကိုလေတကုစိတ်တရားရဲ့ဖန်ဆင်းခံထားရမှာမဟုတ်ပေါ်နေတာအကြောင်းနဲ့အကျိုးဆိုတာကိုလေခက်ရှင်းရှင်းသိတာတော့ပေါ်တာကြောင်းကျိုးတာဟုတ်တယ်အဲ့ဒီအကြောင်းကျိုးကအခုလှမ်းစက်ကာလမှာအကြောင်းနာတရားနဲ့အကျိုးရုပ်တရားတွေဖြစ်နေတာအကြောင်းတရားအကျိုးတရားပေါ်စေမှာတွဲပေါ်စေမှာအကြောင်းကျိုးပေါ်စေအကြောင်းကျိုးပေါ်နေတော့တည်းရပြောလို့ရှိရင်လှမ်းနေတော့ဒီကလေးလှမ်းစပြီးလှမ်းစကားစပြီးတော့ချမနေရရောက်တဲ့အထိပေါ်လေဇက်တိုက်တော်နေတာကြောက်ကျိုးပေါ်စေလို့ခေါ်ပါတယ်တော့ရှုမှတ်ခွဲအစိုးလေးထည့်ပြီးတော့လှမ်းတယ်လို့ရှုမှတ်တော့ကွဲသိလာတာကွဲပြောတော့ဒါအကြောင်းတရားဒါအကျိုးတရားဆိုတော့ဆက်ပြီးတော့သွားနေတဲ့ရုပ်တရားတွေခုနလမ်းကျင်တဲ့စိတ်အစဉ်စဉ်ကြောင့်ဖြစ်နေတာဆိုတော့ဗောလေကွက်ကိုရှင်းနေတာတခါတော့သိလာတာကျောင်းသူပေါ်စေရှုမှကွဲအဲ့ဒါလိုမကွဲခင်ကတော့အကြောင်းမဲ့ဖြစ်တယ်လို့ဒီလိုလည်းအကြောင်းမဲ့ဖြစ်တယ်လို့လည်းလွယ်ယူဆတယ်ဒီကိုယ်ရှိတယောက်ကပဲဖန်ဆင်းတယ်လို့တချို့ပုဂ္ဂိုလ်တွေဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့တကိုယ်ရှင်အလိုကြဖြစ်တယ်ဓမ္မကြီးအလိုကြဖြစ်တယ်ဓမ္မကိုယ်ရဲ့ပုဂ္ဂိုလ်တွေဓမ္မလွှဲချလိုက်တာတရားကိုယ်ရဲ့ပုဂ္ဂိုလ်တွေတရားအလိုကြဖြစ်တယ်အဲ့လိုအစွဲရဝင်သွားတာလားခုတော့သူအကြောင်းနဲ့သူအကျိုးနဲ့တေတရားရှုနေတော့မှပေါ်ပြပြီးသွားလို့ရှိရင်အကြောင်းမဖြစ်တာမဟုတ်ဆိုပြီးအဲ့ဒီကဒိဋ္ဌိပြုတ်သွားတယ်ဂျုံမတန်တရားတွေကင်းပြီးတော့လေတော်လို့မရှိတော့ပဲနဲ့သူအကြောင်းနဲ့သူအကျိုးခွင့်တဲ့အနေနဲ့သိလာတော့ဝိသမဟိတုကဒိဋ္ဌိလည်းပြုတ်သွားတယ်မဝေဝဲနိုင်ဘူးပေါ့လေကိုလိုဒီလိုပေါ့လေမဝေဝဲနိုင်မဆုံးဖြတ်နိုင်တဲ့ဝိပတိဆိုတာပေါ့လေအဲ့ဒါပြုတ်သွားတယ်ဝိသိကိစ္စလည်းဆိုရတယ်ခိုက်တာပြုတ်သွားတာတဲ့
In the moment of moving, while moving occurs, just as mind and matter occur in a pair, so too when we continue to observe and effort, mindfulness and concentration, virya, sati and samadhi, develop a further level of energy, then one comes to know how they are related as cause and effect. One sees that there is a series of intentions to move the foot forward. This is mind. And there's a series of movements forward. This is matter or rupa. Because of intention, this happens. Because of the intention to move, the moving of the foot forward happens. And it's not because it was ordained to happen by a supreme being or commanded by anyone. In one's being, there are mind and matter. And the cause for moving forward is the mind, intention to move. Due to this series of intentions, then the series of movements occur. So one comes to know this, and it can't be denied. So one comes to know this. Of course, this means that one who is practicing respectfully and meticulously comes to know this. There's no guarantee for those who are practicing in a superficial way. There needs to be sakacakirya, respectful practice. And there needs to be also sattacakirya, that is, practice so that the observation has no gaps, so that the observation is constant. And such a yogi, when their mental energy develops, they see that in the moment of moving, what moves is the result. The movement is the result, the physical result. And the intention is cause, the mental cause. So the yogi comes to know very clearly what causes the moving. And one understands that no other thing can cause that moving to happen. The intention is what causes the movement to happen. When we don't know in this way, then we interpret it. We insert another cause. We think that something else caused it to happen. And this is called visamahetuka deiti, the false, wrong view of fictitious cause. So every time we don't know cause and effect, not knowing is avidya, or ignorance. But when we observe, we know in the moment of moving that it's just cause and effect, not created by a God. What arises is cause and effect. And that cause and effect in the moment of moving, the cause is mind and the matter is the result. When these arise, when cause-effect arises, that means when the moving arises, from the very start to the very end, we have to observe. We use a label, moving, and we apply ardent effort and accurate aim. And then we come to discern. We come to know cause and effect as two separate things. The series of movements occurs due to the series of intentions. When cause-effect arises, observe, discern. If one doesn't see clearly in this way, then there will be a belief. This is created by a supreme being. Or people who revere the great Brahma, they think, all is according to the will of the great Brahma. And some people believe in Saka, the Jamin, the king of the gods. But when we see clearly, through careful observation, then not only the view that things happen without a cause, ahetuka ditthi, this is removed. One has no doubt anymore. Doubt about cause is removed. And one also sees that only relevant causes lead to relevant effects. Each thing occurs because of its own cause, not because of other causes. And so the idea that there's some unrelated cause, irrelevant cause, for the moving to happen, this view is eliminated in the moment. And also the inability to come to a decision called vimati, wavering. This also is removed in the moment.
Mazaga Savio, Shamania Yote, so Aqua Weha, the Villa Wishing However. She did a Zala Wishing However, Ezo with Nava. J.J. Mahaya, who? 6 Nama, 6 Maluya, the Villa. No, Namu, any time, any pose that let my other. The Tamata Nia Yogi Solution, Eddie Nia Yogi Kataro, Mata the Chido Child, a Chazeka Lama, Nana Yogiari, 12 of Kiliware, Chaune Jodiari, let's say, 12 of Kiliware, Eddie Shigo. ကျောင်းတော့ဖြစ်တဲ့အရှိတရားတွေကိုသူရှိတဲ့အတိုင်းသိဖို့ရအဲ့ဒါလည်းမှတ်ရတာပဲမှားတာရှိတော့လွတ်စားကစပြီးတော့နောက်ဆုံးမြည်ကြီးပေါ်တင်ပြီးတဲ့အကြည့်ပေါ်လေအဲ့ဒါချတယ်ခေါ်တာပဲသုံးတတ်တဲ့အကြည့်ပေါ်လေရုပ်ပြည့်စက်ကလေးမချရပါဘူးဖြည်းဖြည်းလေးချရပါတယ်ဖြည်းဖြည်းလေးလို့မှဟိုချောက်မှုဖြစ်စဉ်တွေကိုသိသွားနိုင်တယ်စက်ကလေးချလို့ရှိရင်တော့မသိနိုင်ဘူးလူမမာလို့လောက်ရတယ်ဆိုတော့ဗောလေစိတ်အားစိုက်ခြေသားကပြီးတော့ဗောလေချမှုပေါ်ကစိတ်အားစိုက်ရှိတ်တဲ့ရဲဆိုရှုမှတ်ပါအဲ့ဒါပါရတယ်ကာယက အနုပ္ပစီဆိုတာကစိတ်အားစိုက်ဆိုတာအတ္တပြီးစတိမှာဆိုတော့စိတ်အားစိုက်ဘုဒ္ဓရဲ့စိတ်အားစိုက်ရှားဖို့ပေါ်ကစိတ်အားစိုက်ချိန်ကျရဲဆိုရှုမှတ်ပါလက်ငင်းကျိုးကတော့စိတ်နဲ့တန်ရှင်းပြင်ကောင်းခြင်းမှာစိတ်ကြီးတန်ရှင်းတော့အနုပဒနာခေါ်တဲ့ဘာဝနာစိတ်ကလေးတွေပေါ့လေတန်းစီပြီးတော့တခါတည်းဖြစ်နေတာကိုစိတ်မှတ်တဲ့ပုဂ္ဂိုလ်တွေယုံနာနှမျိုးကြောင်းနဲ့ကျိုးဒီရုပ်ဟောမှာဆိုတော့ဘောလေအဲ့ဒီခိုက်တော့မှာစိတ်ကြွကျင်တဲ့စိတ်အစဉ်စဉ်ဖြစ်နေတယ်ကြွကျင်တဲ့စိတ်အစဉ်စဉ်ဖြစ်တယ်လို့ကြွရောက်တယ်လည်းအစဉ်စဉ်ဖြစ်နေတယ်တောက်ကိုလေးပြီးတော့ပြီးကြတော့အဲ့ဒါလေးကိစ္စစူးစိုက်နိုင်ပြီဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တခါတခါကြွကျင်တဲ့စိတ်ကိုသိတယ်နံတရားသိတယ်တခါတခါယုတ်တရားသိနိုင်တယ်ပေါ့လေချမှုဘောပဲစိတ်အားစိတ်ချစေခဏနဲ့ချရှင်လာကနံချတာကယုတ်အတ္တကောင်မဟုတ်အသက်ကောင်မဟုတ်ဆိုပိုက်ချသိလာပြီဆိုလို့ရှိတဲ့အတိုင်းပေါ်ရနနဲ့ယုတ်တွေပေါ်နေတော့နနဲ့ယုတ်တရားပဲချရှင်နဲ့နံတရားအစုစုနဲ့ချယုတ်တရားအစုဒါပဲနာယုတ်ပေါ်စေရှိမှကွယ်အဲ့လိုပေါ်ရုပ်ပေါ်စေမှာအခုလိုချတယ်လို့မြည်တတ်ပြီးတော့မှတ်လို့သမာဓိအားကြီးပြည့်သွားတဲ့အခါနာနဲ့ရုပ်ကွဲသိလာတာပဲသူကသူ့လိုကွဲသိလာတာဓမ္မစကုနဲ့ခ quite a low quite never was a human quite. I don't know. I mean, lower body, at that teaches and never lady had a chicken yarrow, a chicken yarrow with pure body for a while. Now you wear none of you paisa people, lady body. Chichi, Joshi, lady body.
When one observes the moving like that, we observe from when the foot goes from where it's next to the standing leg, and it goes forward from that point until the place where we're going to drop it. So when we move the foot forward, we want to move it forward about the length of 1 foot, about maybe 1 foot, or the length of one of our feet. We don't want to make a wide step. If we make our steps more close together, then our observation will also be more close. So the next step should also be done in the same way. So we have to push the foot forward until the place where we're going to drop it down. And then when we get to that place, the foot stops moving forward and we're going to drop it down. That's the dropping or the placing. And at that moment also, in the moment of dropping, mind and matter are happening, cause and effect are happening. And to know these dhammas which arise due to cause and effect as they are, we have to observe as they happen. So to observe the dropping, we observe it from the very moment of releasing the foot, the very moment that it starts to go down, all the way until it's completely on the ground. We don't just drop the foot quickly, because we need to do it carefully. Just like Sayadaw mentioned earlier, we have to behave like a sick person. So in order to see what happens there, we have to drop the foot down carefully and be with it for the entire dropping process. So on that dropping movement, we have to apply ardent effort and accurate aim so that there will be steadfast observation, as explained by the word kayanupasi, anupasana, that one of the efforts of our observation is, one of the factors of our observation is effort. So then, the immediate result of practicing in this way, the mind is clean, free of fault, and this is truly good. So when one's observation is meticulous, so that the observation is continuous, then the mind becomes clean. The mind is clean, and when we observe, we come to know mind and matter, cause, effect. To know these is correct. So at the time of dropping the foot, there's the intention to drop, and there's the dropping. The foot becomes heavy and goes down. Sometimes we'll become aware of the intention to drop, and sometimes what we'll know is the dropping down, the foot that becomes heavy and goes down. At the moment of dropping, The dropping down is the body, intention is mind. There's not a person, a being, not a soul. What arises is just body and mind. The series of intentions to drop the foot and the series of the foot dropping down. When they arise, observe. That means to label them, dropping, dropping, or placing, placing. When they arise, observe, discern. When one's samadhi has strong energy, then one will come to see clearly mind and matter. And then wrong view has no chance to arise. So this is how there is immediate benefit from observation and how mind and matter are discerned in the moment of dropping the foot.
Charaga, a joyo, joyo, Panzinga Moho, Pora Jongju the Ho, the Pony, the Jonah to the Hoda. Jongju Pose, Jonah to Posema, a good Chari, the Chimalusian. The Karaga, Jongi Yabara. Chajin the Singing Chilu, Chai, Singing Chilu, yes, Nali. Jongjo Pitu, Nali, Ronnie, Jonah Pitu, so it. A use where I do a daisy blue. Charging the same thing on child and fit other. Do I open my moho? The Satan to yoga. Two Jonah to Joe Punjati is a legend. With my head you got daisies or the positions or the paper. Mugwe when I am a zero. Don't you for the Schumacher where. When I would go to the in the shower. Could we see our Titi Charger? You did it, 60 such you did it, say that what you did, Yogi Dima. Everything you think about it, you young about it. Pogo Saza. Look at Pogo, Yogi did a video around home.
When one observes the dropping like that and comes to see mind and matter, one's not finished yet. Every dropping with the foot one has to observe carefully. It's like when we read a sentence for the first time. If we don't read the sentence with if we don't pay attention when we read the sentence, we won't know what the sentence says. But if we pay attention when we read it, then we'll know the basic meaning the first time we read it. And when we read it again, we'll know more. We'll know the words that we missed the first time we read the sentence. And reading it again, our understanding will become more complete. So when we read a sentence repeatedly, what we come to know is different each time we read the sentence. It's like when we look at a distance, look from a distance at a line of ants. And when we come a little bit closer to it, we may see that it's moving. It's not just staying still. We see there's movement. When we come closer, we see that there are ants. We see 2 or 3 ants in a clump moving together. And when we come even closer, we see that one ant and another and then another, they're moving in different ways. They're individual ants that have their own movement. So in each of these instances, what we are looking at is the same thing, the line of ants. But the difference is how close we are to it. And it's the same with when we observe. Sometimes people observe the rising, they observe the falling, and they think that knowing just one instance of the rising, just one instance of the falling is enough. That's enough to know it just one way. But to observe the rising and the falling is like reading a sentence repeatedly. Each time we observe, we come to know something different. And the dropping of the foot is the same way. We have to pay special attention to the dropping, and then we'll know it clearly. And if we observe it a lot, then virya, sati, and samadhi will become strong. And then we'll come to know the intention to drop and the dropping. in the moment of dropping, the dropping is result, the physical result. Intention is cause, the mental cause. And sometimes while we're dropping, the intention to drop the foot stops, and then the foot does too. It just hangs there in midair. And then when the intention to drop the foot arises again, it continues to go down. That can happen. So we come to know the series of intentions that produces the dropping movement. In the moment of dropping, dropping is result, intention is cause. It's not created by a supreme being. What arises is just cause and effect. And we know that the dropping occurs due to the intention to drop. So we come to know that it's not without a cause. And we also know that the intention to drop the foot brings about dropping, not lifting and not moving. So we understand that only the relevant cause will lead to the relevant effect. So the idea of fictitious causes for the dropping of the foot, that idea is removed. When they arise, observe cause-effect, remove the creator view. So what is required for this is respectful practice and constant practice. When one practices superficially, then Sayadaw can make no guarantee about what will come to know.
တီလာနဲ့ပေါင်းလိုက်လို့ရှိရင်တီလာရောသမာဓိရောပညာရောသုံးမျိုးလုံးနဲ့ပွားတဲ့တရားတွေပေါ့လေဒီပွားပြီးသားဖြစ်တော်တယ်ကွာဒီလိုစိတ်နဲ့စိတ်ထားရဲ့အတိညာတွေဟာအားကောင်းလာတာပဲဒီမှာအဲ့ဒါဘာဝနာခေါ်တာပဲဘာဝနာရဲ့အားကောင်းလာယူသေးတယ်ရှုတဲ့ပုဂ္ဂိုလ်ကြီးဘာဝနာတိတ်ပဲလေနားလေပေါ်ပါတယ်သူကတော့လက်တွေ့ရှိလာတော့ပြည့်စရာကောင်းတဲ့လို့ကပြောလာတာပဲဒီနည်းနဲ့ပဲတရားကဆွဲဆောင်သွားလို့ရှိရင်မကြခင်မဲ့ဒီယောဂီဟာတကယ်အဖြစ်ဖြစ်ရပ်တော်တဲ့နိဗ္ဗာန်ချမ်းသာကိုတွေ့ကောင်းနေတာပဲအဲလိုတွေ့ရအောင်ဆိုပြီးတော့ဘုန်းကြီးတို့တွေကကပ္ပဆွေမျိုးသန္တရဆွေမျိုးပေါ့လေဟိုဓမ္မဆွေမျိုးအရင်ချပြအောင်ပေါ့လေဓမ္မသွေးကြီးဆက်ပေးနေတာပါပဲအဲတော့ဓမ္မသွေးဆက်တဲ့စအောင်ပေါ့လေရင်းတဲ့ရအောင်ကြိုးစားအထုတ်နေကြပါစေလို့လေးလေးနက်နက်တိုက်တွန်းရတဲ့ဒီနေ့တရားအဆုံးသတ်လိုက်ပါလေ
Like that, in the moment of dropping, observing respectfully, applying effort and aim so that sati arises and then samadhi. And when momentary concentration, kanika samadhi, develops full energy, then one comes to see that the intention to lift is the cause, and there's intention to drop is cause, and the series of dropping movements is the result and matter. So when one knows in this way, this is called sampajanya. One knows correctly. One knows correctly, distinctly, in a special way. One knows completely, distinctly, in a special way. And one knows for oneself, distinctly, in a special way. One knows in this way not because one has read about it, and not because one has heard about it from the teacher. One knows through one's own practice. This knowledge arises. So with the concentration that arises, the obsessive defilements have no chance to arise, the pariyotana kilesas. And when there's knowledge, then ignorance is not present. So at this time, the factors of the samadhi group of the path, virya, sati, and samadhi, effort, mindfulness, and concentration, are present. And when one aims accurately so that the mind is focused accurately on the object, this is a jhanic quality. And when we observe a lot, then the mind it's as though the mind rubs against the object. The mind connects exactly with the object and stays in contact with it. It's also called, becomes concurrent with the object. And then every time one observes, the object is clear. And the yogi feels satisfied at this time. Joy arises, joy, piti in Pali. And one feels good. And the heat of the kilesas is reduced. So at this time, there's knowledge arising regarding the object, plus accurate aim, and this is panya. So both the factors of the samadhi group of the path, the concentration group, and the wisdom group of the path, samadhi and panya, are both occurring. To begin with, we are keeping sila, we are keeping the precepts. So at this time, all three, the sila, samadhi, and panya, morality, concentration, and wisdom, these three things which should be developed are being developed. When our virya, sati, samadhi, and panya become strong, this is bhavana. We are developing the mind. And yogis who practice respectfully and with effort to be continuous in the practice, they know this. And when one knows like this, one is no longer bored. It's no longer boring to practice. So when a yogi reaches this stage, if the yogi continues, before long they will come to see the end of all arising and passing away. So for this to happen, Sayadaw is making effort to connect with the yogis by means of Dhamma blood. And Sayadaw hopes that all of you will be able to practice so as to make the Dhamma blood even stronger. That's all for today.